Bowes here for the City Music Service. Today I'm going to be looking at flams, drags and roughs, which are the next three rudiments following on from single strokes, double strokes and paradiddles, which I did last time. Now, the flam, essentially, we have one stick lower than the other and they move up and down at the same time so that we end up with something like this. Also notice that they need to end the same way they started, so as they come up and down they come back to the same shape. Then we can reverse them round so we get then the next step is to group them together in pairs, so we get first round, come back again, the next step then is to add in the feet. Now the way I'm going to group these is the bass drum on the first pair, the left foot on the following pair, so we get then the goal with these, with lots of practice, is to develop the tempo but also keep the accuracy nice and clean as well. These can be used around the drums just as they are. You can also split them between two surfaces, so or the other way. Then they really come into their own when you add them before a fill-in. So if you take something like, into it with a flam, and you can do that with absolutely any rhythm you can think of. So, very common tool. Now, next one is the drag. So the drag has the same shape as a flam, but we have two left strikes before the following right strike. Finishing the same place that they start, and then reverse round, grouping in pairs, then adding in the feet. Now, once you get comfortable with that, the next step is to develop your bounce. Now, essentially a bounce, so I'm bringing sort of a single stroke down but allowing the stick to bounce continually on the drum head. Then we have to control the bounce so it stops after the second hit. You want to be able to do that with both sticks. Then once you've got a controllable bounced double, you can replace with then if we group those in pairs, the drag can also be played with a buzz or compression, which that's essentially it's a slight light press into the drum head, which results in multiple little bounces all really close together. Same with the other stick. Then if you do that with your low stick, we get the buzz drag. It's a bit more military sounding. So with the feet as well in pairs. Now coming back to the bounce drag, we can do these round the drums. And also leading into fill-ins the same way as we did with the flam. So taking, we add the drag, and again you can do it with any rhythm. It's also really effective when you do lots of them in a row, so using the same sticking as well. Something like this. Now the third rudiment, the ruff. So this one starts with both sticks low, and we're going to use the single stroke approach, just one following the other. There are alternate ways to do this rudiment. I'm going to focus on the hand-to-hand approach. So starting left stick first, we've got left, right, left, and the final right is a larger stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Diddly dong, the rhythm. Then you can reverse. And again, group them in pairs to start with. Add your feet. The goal with these long term is to increase the speed of the first three notes so they're as close together as you can get them. We get something a little bit more along the lines of this. Now, the ruff is most commonly known, it's the joke punctuation fill. So but you can also just use it round the drums on their own. Also leading into fills again. So those are the three rudiments: flams, drags and ruffs. Happy drumming.